Welcome back to Curran Pest Control. Tomorrow we've got rain in the forecast. I was supposed to come out tomorrow to take a look at these graphs and see how we're doing number wise, but I figured I'd go ahead and do it today, see what we got going on, and give y'all a little update on how things are progressing. Looks like we got a little bit of cleansing flights going on. A drone. All right, let's get this corral opened up. Hopefully the cows don't mind. All right, let's see what we got. And I guess y'all be happy to hear that I did order a new tripod and a new camera, so that way I'm not going to be running off of my phones. So hopefully the quality will be better, hopefully the audio will be better in windy situations. That should be in on the 9th. Today is the 3rd. Still got plenty of honey for them to work on. Nectar in this. Okay, this frame is all emerging brood, and they're backfilling it with nectar as well. All right, and here's the queen cells. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe 7. So they've, oh, there's the 8th one. So the numbers have gone down, I guess with the drop in bees. Not having enough bees to work it. So we had 11 on day, well, 24 hours after graft. And now we're down to 7. And that's all nectar as well. And a wasp. Take care of that. Alright, let's go ahead and close those up. Alright. So I want to find out what may have happened with the rest of the bees. I don't know if me leaving them open, if they just decided to go back to their original hive or what what the case was. The hive that we're fixing to go into has a clipped wing, so I know that's not the case. But I want to see how they're doing since I reversed the hive. Good numbers. So I think the bees came back over here because this is the hive that I pulled all the bees from to make that queen celder hive. So I think they just came back home. Let's see if the queen has came up. Yeah, she's done a real good job of filling that in. I don't know what the downside of trying to maybe put this frame in there would be, if that would end up killing those queen cells or not, so I'm not going to risk it on this one. I'll just remake the cell builder hive here in a couple of days to do the next round. I'll move that out of the way. And these pollen patties are with Ultra Bee. I had been using the Bee Pro, but I wanted to get the higher protein content, so I switched over to the Ultra Bee this time. That's a heavy frame. This is the one that I originally put for her to put queen cells in, or larvae in, and they're packing it with pollen. And thank you, Ryan Earl, for letting me know that that's elbow bush, because that's definitely what it is. Yeah, we got eggs in here now. Lots of pollen. And this is one of the castle frames that'll be for breeding the queens. You remember I cut these frames out last time because all it was drone comb, and they still went back and backfilled it again with drone comb. I'll make it work. There's some eggs in here, but nothing too much in the way of worker brood on that one. I've got 2 more down below, so we'll see what that looks like. And I'm going to checkerboard this one between those 2 brood frames and see if I can get them to draw it out. I should have another pollen patty in between, unless they've already consumed it. I put 2 pounds in this hive just because of how strong of a hive it is. I wanted to give them a real good boost so that way I can make some splits here in a couple of weeks. All right, let's see what this medium box down below looks like. Yeah, they're doing a good job on that pollen patty. No beetle larvae in it this time like there was a couple of weeks ago. that's just nectar, a little bit of pollen. Alright, so this is what this frame looks like. Come on, girls. So we've got worker cells here. I don't see any eggs in it just yet. And this is drone cells, but they've got it backfilled with syrup or nectar. When I stapled these Queen Castle frames, I thought I had made them big enough to go all the way across, but they're just a tad bit short. That's just a pollen frame, a few drones on it. Here's my other castle frame. So we've got drone brood, drone comb, so I should definitely have enough drones to breed to the queens that'll be emerging here in a couple of weeks. All right, let's see what this next one looks like. A lot of worker brood on this frame. More drones. Haven't seen the queen yet, but again, since she's clipped, I'm not worried about finding her. Place this one right in the middle of that. Let them work on drawing that frame out. And I found fresh eggs in the top, so I know that I've got a queen still in here. Alright guys, give me a second, I'll come pick you up. We don't even have a lot of wind here today, so I don't know why that just fell over like that. All right. Got a bee stuck in the patty. Okay. Come on, girls. I don't recall pulling out any bees out of this hive, but anything's possible. If I can get this to stay put. There we go. And remember, this is my more aggressive hive, so the bees will really get going here in a second. The top box is just honey. They haven't laid any eggs in the top box. So we're just gonna shoot right down to the bottom. I guess I could pull this middle frame out just in case. Some drones, but that's all nectar, pollen, or honey from last season. Almost eaten all the patty. Only gave them 1 pound, unlike the first hive that we inspected. I gave them 2 pounds last week. I used diatomaceous earth in my beetle blasters, and you can see all the beetles rolling around in there. Works wonders. You know, I got this hive tool from Man Lake. I like the hook idea, but I've already broken off a few pieces on it, so that thinner edge is definitely not what I was hoping it would be. I thought it would be a little bit more stout. Yeah, honey. Come on, we need some larvae. Yeah, I definitely pulled frames out of this hive, so if I lost a queen, it's gonna be from this hive. So we're gonna see if we've got a queen or queen cells or fresh eggs or something. They haven't even started drawing on this frame just yet. But the way they're acting, it seems like they are queenless, which is the queen that I wanted to go anyway. So if they swarmed, great. Solid brood frame. Oh, that frame is really heavy. And this is unsupported comb, so I gotta be careful with this one so I don't let it fall out of its frame. Yeah, all I've got's capped workers, capped drones. No eggs on that one. So I got cow manure and pine shavings for my smoker fuel. Not seeing the queen on this side. I'm not looking for eggs just yet. I just want to get a quick once over to look for the queen before I even... Yeah, there's eggs in here. So I didn't drop this queen in after all. I'm not sure where she's hiding at. This queen is not marked. But they have done a really good job of drawing out that drone comb. It's almost halfway drawn there. Not even a quarter on this side. It's overcast today, so it's hard to see down in the cells for eggs, but I don't think I see any. Just an empty frame. I need to put this in the middle to where she could use it to lay on. Ow. Sting number 1. That one was